Um, of the two, you prefer Nightmare over Jason, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Um, my question for you is, what is it about Freddy Krueger that really made you gravitate towards him? And what age did you like discover Freddy Krueger and like were hooked?
I mean, I think a fairer question would be, what isn't it that hooks you to
Yeah,
Freddy
yeah,
Krueger? Because, like, Robert Englund is. I have a video coming out tomorrow on my channel. It's looking at Hellraiser because I will. It's actually titled Hellraiser is the most underrated horror franchise, and I will maintain that.
yeah.
Um, you look at England and you look at Bradley and the roles, and they own those roles. Like, they're just iconic for that character, and so part of it is Robert Englund and his portrayal, the look, but I think it's the conceit. Like the in your dreams, like you're never safe from this guy. And not only is
Hmm.
like sleep is supposed to be your getaway as a human. That's when your brain shuts down. You don't have to worry about the worries of life, the stressors, none of that. Like, you are asleep. But Freddy says that's when I come to kill you.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
furthermore, you're in his world now, bitch. So like, there's no escape. You can't fight this guy. Like, you're screwed. So I remember watching that. I think I saw the first Nightmare at 5 or 6. And I remember Johnny Depp's scene traumatized the shit out of me. I don't
Yeah.
even know why. Part of it was because we used to stay at my grandparents' house every weekend. And my Uncle David's old room, he had a waterbed. And me and my siblings would always argue when we went there every weekend who got Uncle David's room for the weekend, because we all wanted the waterbed. And I feel like when I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, I stopped asking to take my Uncle David's room. Like, I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. Like, I don't, I'll stay in Uncle Todd's room. But like, so I just think everything about it, from the character's design to the one portraying the character to the conceit of the character, I just think it all worked. I think that they got a little overzealous at times. They misread the public, specifically with Freddy's Dead, where they were like, oh, so you guys want Freddy to be like a cartoon. And then they
Hmm.
learned very quickly, no, we don't. Oh, okay, shit, our bad. But I just think that he's incredible. And I mean, you ask about Friday, and this may not be popular to some in the chat, but I would put Hellraiser over Friday. I like the Hellraiser franchise more than I like Friday the 13th. There's some great Friday movies, but I find a lot of them to be middling at best.
Yeah.
Whereas I find the best Hellraiser movies to be head and shoulders above most of these franchises. Hellbound, it's one of my favorite horror movies of the 80s, if not my favorite horror movie of the 1980s. Like, it's just, I don't know. So, but Freddy, yeah, it's Michael, Freddy, and then probably Pinhead for me.
Dude, the freaking Hellraiser. I'm actually putting together a list of most terrifying kills. There's like great, and I've done actually lists in the past for like greatest horror kills, but my wife actually came up with this idea. She was like, "How about most terrifying, like kills that are just shockingly scary?" And the first thing I thought of when she said that, the first thing I thought of was Frank's death at the end of Hellraiser. Jesus
Jesus
wept,
wept.
and
Oh
the
my
freaking
God.
chains, like it's undeniable. I
No,
think that is,
my mom is super. We were raised religious, and my mom is very, very religious. And last night, when I was editing that Hellraiser video together, I had the clip from Hellraiser 3 with the stigmata scene where he poses in front of the cross and he says,
yeah.
"I am the way." I sent it in our group chat, and my mom said, "What is that? Is that Candyman?" I said, "No, mom, that's Hellraiser, and I don't think you'd like that scene very much." But like, there are so many moments in that series that are like, Jesus, like, no pun intended. Like, it's like, this is messed up. Hellraiser takes it to another level. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's above all the horror franchises, just in terms of like how nasty and like messed up that shit is, because it's really
Dude,
messed up.
those practical effects in the first movie and second movie, I think they're right up there with the thing as far as like how amazing they are. Frank's transformation throughout the movie is just mesmerizing. And then taking this idea of lust and making that a major plot point of the movie.
Mhm.
Hellraiser does, I think every major horror franchise doesn't live up to their potential, meaning they descend in quality eventually, but the greatest, they're great because they have a killer that has a certain thing about them, like that's probably better than all other killers. You know, like say Pinhead. Pinhead's got this, or like that's the one killer I would not want to be in a room with. Out of all horror killers, get me the fuck away from Pinhead.
It's
Okay.
I said it in my video. He has this refined sense of like menace to him. He's maniacal. He's evil, but he's like cordial and polite, and like
Yes.
he's trying to sell you a dream. Like, oh, it's gonna be great. I mean, yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
be tortured forever, and this is really just for my enjoyment. But like pain, pleasure, they're pretty much the same thing, right? Like it's so sick and twisted how that character is and how Doug Bradley just delivers it. It's like you almost kind of were you're like, yeah, I'll go with you, dude. Whatever, you know, like my mom said that's how it was with Tony Todd as Candyman. When she's like, when we saw that movie, when that came out, there were so many people mesmerized by him where they were just like, I'd have gone with him. Screw it. Like, yeah, there's just something about it, man. And yeah, so, but long-winded way of saying Freddy is one of those two. And I think that's the biggest draw for me.
Yeah, bringing it back to Freddy, I think Freddy and Pinhead do have something in common where they're in a it's almost like a different world. You have entered my world. You have fucked up royally. Whatever you did to end up here, you know, be it you were the parents of somebody that killed Freddy Krueger, you know, sorry for you, or you opened the box. And when you open that box and when Pinhead comes into your world, you're just like, oh fuck, I have fucked up royally. It's
He doesn't care who opened it. He doesn't care why you opened it.
He doesn't care.
You opened it. We're
You fucked
here
up.
for you. Yeah.
Like I don't care what you did. I don't care how innocent you are. You opened the box and now somebody's got to pay. Either you got to die or you better get me somebody to, because my thirst for blood is real. And the sheath doesn't go back with the knife until it's spilled blood. But 40.
Well, most people though, when they open up the lament configuration aren't great people. So
true. They stumbled, down a path they probably shouldn't have.
What I love about that Hellraiser, especially the first one, is to me it reminds me so much of like an Edgar Allan Poe story. It's like Clive Barker doing this Edgar Allan Poe, like these people that are, doing terrible things and then getting their comeuppance. And there's just something sick and twisted about it. I mean, Pinhead and the other Cenobites in the first film are like, I don't even know if I consider them the main villains of the movie.
They're not
like
Frank
the people. Yeah. The people are,
Frank and Julia.
Frank and Julia.
You just always, as a kid, I would always see Pinhead on the VHS cover. And then when I watched the movie the first time, I'm like, oh, wow, he's sort
Pinhead's
of like a
the good
byproduct.
guy.
Yeah. He's sort of there to be the bad guy for the bad guys.
Yeah. He's restoring order. Like that's his thing. It's like, okay, this shit's getting out of control. She's bringing dudes here saying she's going to bang them and she's just feeding them to Frank. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I got to intervene. Yeah. He's like the dad.
Yeah, there's something about Pinhead where, because he's not really the bad guy. Like you said, it's Frank and Julia. They're the ones that you hate in this movie. And you want Pinhead to come out. I guess you could sort of compare Pinhead to Jason in a sense, because Jason was drowned, So in a way, he's not really the villain, but you entered his turf. And he's going to kill you because every time somebody comes into his campground, he's automatically brought back. And I'm wanting to get psychological here with these killers, because that's part of the reason why we love all these killers so much, because there's a deep, deep psychological aspect to all of them. But when you enter Jason's ground, he's automatically brought back that memory of him being drowned by camp counselors. So bringing it back to Freddy Krueger, though. For me, I'll answer what it was. Before I do that, let me get this super chat here. I get on a rant. I love talking about this stuff. Optimize. I recommend Friday the 13th Vengeance and Vengeance 2 Bloodlines, two great fan films. I've been recommended those quite a few times. Have you guys seen those yet? Any of them?
I don't know if I have. Are those the ones that had Lar Park Lincoln was in?
No, I think that's Rose.
Both of those.
Rose.
Oh, there you go.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've seen that one. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've seen these. Yeah.
Well, hello there. You just watched an outrageous clip from the Hit the Bricks podcast. I really hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more clips, you can click here or you can click here. And you can just have yourself a ball, all right? And also follow the Hit the Bricks podcast on Spotify as well. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.